bitches!
Hello, Repony, and welcome to My Little Pony What Works Rarity Edition. The second half begins here. Now, initially I was going to review each episode one at a time, but seeing how we had 3 Rarity episodes in a row, I'm going to dedicate an entire review session to Second Best Pony. So, let's start things off with Canterlot Boutique, or as many people are calling it, Rarity's Wonderbolts Academy. Rarity's finally getting a second boutique in Canterlot. She even gets help from a new manager, Sassy Saddles, to open up the new store. However, Sassy ends up making the boutique more about the sales rather than the product, as with the 100 orders of one dress, sending Rarity into deep thought about if the boutique was worth the earnings from Sapphire Shore's tour. First, let's talk about Fashion Plate. Can I adopt this guy? He's overly excited, he always has a smile on. This is one male character I want to see more of in the future. Maybe a Spotlight with Treaderhoof? Now on to Rarity and Sassy Saddles. I mentioned earlier that this was Rarity's version of Wonderbolts Academy, and it reflects. Rarity goes for something she's strived for ever since the beginning of the show. Some pony much more successful steals the spotlight through misguided ways, and both learn a lesson about doing things the right way, only no punishment was given. Basically, Sassy and Rarity fit their roles perfectly. Now, the thing that impressed me the most in this episode was the concept, and that was the quality over quantity argument. Now, we did see this argument in Super Speedy Cider Squeezy 6000, however, Canterlot Boutique pulled it off better. The problem with the quality over quantity argument in Super Speedy was the Flim Flam brothers were making the same product with the same quality, just faster than the Apple family, so the quality over quantity argument fell through. Here, they took a different spin on quality versus quantity by having Rarity make the same dress over and over again with no changes. The conflict in turn took the creator out of the creation. Sassy Saddles had good intentions, but she wasn't thinking about what the boutique was supposed to be. She wasn't marketing a store, she was marketing a brand. Going back to the creator out of the creation thing, we know Rarity makes custom dresses. Sassy tried to make the one dress Rarity made marketable to everyone. Put simply, she tried to sell Givenchy dresses as Apartment 9 blouses. I have a sister and hang out with my mom a lot, I know these things. Overall, this was a very good Rarity episode. Probably not the best. Ended up laughing more in Sweet and the Lead, Suited for Success, Dog and Pony Show, and the next episode. But to start off the trilogy, it's on a good note. I give Canterlot Boutique 3 out of 4 stars. Rarity investigates. Pretty self-explanatory. Rainbow Dash is framed for sending Spitfire home on mysterious circumstances. The Wonderbolts accuse her of sending Spitfire away in order to fly with a legendary Wind Rider. No relation. So Rarity, having a sudden inspiration from her mystery novel clothing line, decides to take on the case herself, taking in every detail for Rainbow Dash's defense. And I do mean every detail. Out of the few mystery stories we had in the show, Rarity Investigates is the best. Every detail to solve the mystery is right in front of us. And while it is clear who the obvious culprit is, every clue is out in the open to determine how he almost got away with it. Rarity sniffing an envelope because of a familiar smell. The velvet drapes were unhooked. The fact that stains in silk are almost impossible to get out. And one of the more downplayed moments, Wind Rider getting miffed at Rainbow Dash passing him during practice. By all accounts, this is probably one of the smartest episodes of the show. It knows all about the mystery and noir genre, right down to the black and white filters. It also demonstrates Rarity as one of the brightest characters of the show, using her fashion and design expertise to solve a case Phoenix Wright style. I applaud Joanna Lewis and Christine Sonko on a job well done. I give Rarity Investigates a 3.5 star out of 4 rating. Made in Manehattan. And we come to the weakest of the trilogy. The map is now called Rarity and Applejack to solve a friendship problem in the fashion district of Manehattan. After struggling to find out where the problem is, a recruitment flyer for the Midsummer Theater Revival flies into Rarity's face detailing Coco Pamel needing help setting up the play. When the girls meet up with Coco, they find out she had no volunteers due to the lack of community in, well, the community. So it's up to Rarity and AJ alone to get everybody ready, and oh sweet Celestia, this took forever to get going. Is this a new thing? Places that look nice that have problems with the episode? Rainbow Falls makes everyone stupid, and now Manehattan slows down time? Please don't make this a tradition. In addition, it felt like parts of Rarity Takes Manehattan were omitted. The good parts, I mean. How exactly is AJ having trouble adjusting to the city when she did fine the last time? What happened to Rarity's intelligence from the last episode? Look, I know she's geeking out over being in Manehattan again, but she should know when the task would be completed. Although, my big issue is the execution of the moral. By the end, AJ and Rarity learned that by building the stage and making sure the play went on, they showed the community that just by doing something small, you can make a big difference. And by bringing Twilight to fix up the stage wouldn't have solved the problem by bringing the play to the community. On the one hand, that's a great moral and supports other episodes like Crystal Empire, Lost Treasure of Griffinstone by saying magic wouldn't just solve the problem. On the other hand, magic probably would have solved the problem. If all they needed was a fixed up stage and a cleaned up park, the theater revival would have brought back the community. You know what, I'll give it a pass. Overall, this episode was just kinda meh. The plot takes a while to get going, it wasn't as funny as the other episodes and not as engaging. But it did give us a good, albeit repeated moral, about the smallest contribution making the big difference, and had some character growth for AJ. I'll give this episode the benefit of the doubt and give it a 2.5-star rating. And those are my thoughts on the Rarity trilogy. I'm the voice of reason, and I'll see you next time.